Welcome to the channel, everyone. Behind me, I've got my 2021 Kia e-Niro EV. Now, I'm a total petrol head, so how did I end up with an EV? And why does it make sense? So the point of this video, and this whole series of videos that I'm going to be making, is I'm going to look at the whole process of making a decision about buying a second-hand EV. It's not about new EVs because they're just absolutely crazy money. It's all right if you're leasing them from brand new, whatever. I'm talking about people that want to get into buying one of these vehicles second-hand, where they've avoided the depreciation, and you can make that common sense argument against buying a regular ICE car that we've. So the big revelation for me was I was out looking around on the market for different cars, and I would do what I would have thought a lot of people probably used to do and maybe still do, whereas I was going to spend £4,000, £5,000, maybe £6,000 on a new car for the family that was maybe 5-6 years old, had about 40,000 50,000 miles on it, and that's what I was going to do. So all of that in principle sounds great, but when I actually started to look around at vehicles, you would probably see, if you did a very similar thing, you would find vehicles not much newer than the one I had, which was a 2013 car, and the prices are massively high. Of course, the other big problem I had was that these vehicles, I don't really think they're as reliable as they used to be. So you couldn't really buy, I don't think personally, a 5-6 year old car now with that sort of mileage on it and expect it to be reliable and last, which I think is definitely a change, hence the EV. So just taking a quick look at the car itself, it's a 2021 Kia e-Niro, 64 kilowatt hour battery. It's got an equivalent of about 200 horsepower. As you can see, it's a sort of mini crossover style vehicle. Very similar to a lot of other cars out there. Range of about 250 miles, and I'll get onto the range in a minute. And a fairly competent, well-sized family car. The interior, the 3 spec, is very nice. You get heated seats, heated steering wheel, lots of other things you get in electric vehicles, kind of like a half leather interior. But as I said, it actually just looks like a normal vehicle. There's plenty of room in the back of the car. Some air vents back there, some USB in the little storage compartment. It basically is a nice, sized, nicely judged car. You also see it's got a pretty nice sized boot, plenty of room for the dog. My camera stuff's in the back of there, so, but you get the idea. Like I said, we're not doing a full review today. And of course, it doesn't actually use any fuel. Now, my maths worked out based on being able to charge at home, and that's a key thing. If you can't charge at home, I don't really think this works. But the revelation here is that I spent the same amount of money and a small PCP payment to get this vehicle versus any other regular sort of combustion engine vehicle for the same money. The PCP almost pays for itself because I'm not paying for the fuel and can charge at home. So that's where the maths came out. So there's 2 cars there available in the shortlist. There was the Nissan Leaf, which was a lovely car, and one of these. Now this won out in the end after driving and testing both of them for 2 reasons mainly. One was the warranty, which we've already discussed, the extra warranty to protect it, and plus these cars have a great reputation, actually, and their sister cars have a great reputation for good range and battery reliability, which we'll talk about in just a second. So when it comes to range with these things, this is one of the big sellers of this car. The WLTP range, I think, is about 260 and 270 miles. Now, I've had the car pretty much before the start of winter, and reliably I get 220 to 240 miles out of the range, depending on how cold it is and things like that. But actually, real world, it's extremely good and really, really close to its advertised capacity and advertised range. So there we have it, a quick introduction to the EV and the channel itself. Please like, subscribe to the channel and follow, and get your comments all down below, because we're going to be doing all sorts of ownership questions, tests, all sorts of things to see what it's really like owning a second-hand EV that's 4 or 5 years old. But if you got this far, thank you very much. Like I said, stick to the channel, more videos coming soon. Thank you.